Good morning, welcome to a new update in which we see that Bitcoin has made a beautiful start of the week. We've bounced up towards 59k, but after that we're consolidating once again. A few crucial levels that we should be looking at, because if we flip those levels we might be getting some more upwards momentum on Bitcoin. While we have also concluded that if you want to build swing trade positions on Bitcoin, those are the corrections and the regions where you should be looking at if you want to get into a position. Before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe beneath to this YouTube channel. Also do not forget to check out our website and newsletter. And also do not forget to check me out on Twitter and Instagram, where you can follow me for daily content when it comes to the markets. And finally, later today, we're going to announce something really cool, as tomorrow, the 1st of December will be starting. So we're going to give you some really cool, there's going to be some real cool content coming out later today on this YouTube channel and also on Twitter and Instagram. So when we're looking at the prices of cryptocurrencies right now, we can see that we're in some sort of neutral phase where the markets are just bouncing up and down within a range. So there's not much happening at this point. And in the meantime, altcoins are still having some pain. As some of them are getting sold off quite heavily. Some of them are also consolidating. So it's relatively a calm market, in which the only outlier is Ethereum, which is still showing strength. And given the fact that Ethereum is showing the strength, it might signal what we are going to have after this. If Ethereum is finished with its run, we might be getting some heavy runs on altcoins overall. But concluding to what we are getting at this stage is that there's still uncertainty about what Bitcoin is going to do. And because of the fact that there is still uncertainty when it comes to Bitcoin, there's still a chance that we can go lower. And that's why people are seeing or selling off their altcoins. But as I said yesterday, if you want to get yourself into the markets, it might be a good period to actually start accumulating those, given the fact that we've just witnessed such a heavy correction. Let's have a look at the charts at this point, in which we're going to discuss Bitcoin and what we're currently seeing on the markets. So let's hop over to the charts. So when we're looking at the charts, we've also stated that we are eager to break through a few important levels. So what I meant by that is that we've had this deviation beneath the recent low, right? We've had that level beneath 56k that we were consolidating beneath. And we also know that this range is the area that we want to hop back into. So the level between 56 to 60k is the area that we want to get back into, especially since we've been breaking through this entire resistance zone that used to be support. We have to flip that as support once again if we want to have continued upwards momentum. So at this point, during Sunday night, we've had this beautiful breakout up with Bitcoin breaking through that 56k barrier. And as you can see on the chart, we've accelerated all the way towards the resistance zone at 58.8. So this block is the resistance zone that we are seeing here. Rejection is heavy from that area, and because of that rejection, we are testing support to become support again, as we can see over here. So we are looking to find ourselves a new support. Because of that, Bitcoin is still consolidating, and because of this as well, we can also conclude that we might still be in a downtrend, and that's why we can see that there is overall weakness when it comes to the altcoins. We are seeing lower highs and lower lows still, through which the crucial support zone to hold for Bitcoin is this 56k level. So if 56k holds, 56k is that crucial trigger. So if that holds, we're going to have another test of 60k taking place here, and then we most likely take out those stops above this those recent highs, through which we can start seeing acceleration towards the new all-time high or the recent all-time high, because 60k is the crucial trigger for me to see continuation taking place. On the other hand, if 56 is lost, This deviation is not going to bring any support at all, and we're just going to nosedive to the other side of the range, or the other side towards the support level that we're seeing here. So we're probably going to nuke beneath and sweep that entire low. That's the current area that we're in. We're chopping around, with which we are not deciding which way we want to go, and because of that uncertainty, altcoins are not doing too great. And in that perspective, trading in between is just practically nonsense. So you could be looking at a long around 56k, as I claimed yesterday, in which if I want to long, 56 is definitely the zone that I would be looking at, given that that is a support resistance flip. Those highs are short entries, but in between you shouldn't be really trading at all. If we get a clear breakdown and reject here, it seems a very good short entry, assuming that we're going to have lower boundaries or lower levels that we're going to hit. If we break 60k and flip here, that is another beautiful trigger for continuation or long entries to take, in which in between it's probably only scalp zone or range bound trading, but that is not fueling altcoins too much, especially when you're looking at coins like Cardano, for instance, which I've concluded earlier that if we get a scenario that we flip back above 3000 sats, I'm definitely interested into a position of Cardano. But at this point we're just consolidating, correcting even more, which is very comparable to the price action that we've seen in 2020. Slow bleed ending up in a support at a later point in time, in which we most likely are going to find that support around 2400 and 2500 sats. And we need to find that support the moment that Bitcoin finds its support, through which the confirmation of Bitcoin starting to run back up again will fuel altcoins to start running all over again. Looking at Litecoin against Bitcoin, we are into that area that I marked as a very important. We are retesting some levels, might dip a little bit lower to retest this entire block between 32 to 3300 sats. That is definitely a level where I would be looking at for a key trigger here. Overall, Litecoin is retesting some levels on the Bitcoin pair. If it is going to hold here, I'm definitely interested into building a position. Ethereum against Bitcoin, we have discussed this yesterday. We are finally getting towards resistance points when it comes to horizontal price action. We are getting towards this trigger. We're also still seeing continuous strength, and this is the outlier of the markets, in which we're currently seeing the crucial level. If it breaks this level, we might be starting ourselves a new impulse wave, but given the recent lower volume that we are seeing, I'm not sure whether we will. I think we're going to have rejection in any of these two zones, break south, consolidate before we're going to start running once again. So overall, the market is quite boring. We are still consolidating, especially given that Bitcoin is doing that. And later today, I'll be describing some altcoins that I'm looking at for December, or at least that I'm going to do that in the next few days. And also the cool announcement will be sent towards YouTube later today. Do not forget to subscribe beneath, and I'll see you again later today.